expectations and we think we know exactly what life should be. But we become disappointed when it doesn't turn out the way we thought it would. Many times, life gives us farty putty. Maybe for us, that's not winning the FFA contest or sporting event. Maybe it is a challenge at school or with a relationship. Or maybe it's low farm prices or yields. There are times in our life where things just don't turn out the way they should. We're putting in the hard work, the time, the effort, the passion, but it doesn't seem to make the difference. I don't have the answers to why bad things happen. I don't know why things don't turn out the way they should. But what I do know is that we can learn from every experience that we have, even if it was not what we wanted or expected. I remember two things when life gives me farty putty. First, we are never handed more in life than what we can handle. Second, everything always turns out the way it should. Yet this doesn't mean that we can just sit around and wait for life to happen or to change. What we need to do is embrace the uncertainty and take advantage and be grateful for all of the opportunities that come with it. Because how we react will equal our impact. How we react will equal our impact. What does this mean to you? To me, this means viewing every challenge not as a challenge, but as an opportunity. It means viewing failure as not a failure, but only the stepping stone to success. But most importantly, it means getting up day after day, even when things are hard. Lancaster FFA this year has handed us a whole lot of farty putty, but it also has given us the gift of being able to view life in a different way with unique opportunities. You have been able to make an impact through every way you've responded to the challenges that have been thrown at you this year. From LDEs to FFA week, from FFA meetings to community service, you have not let anything stop you. You are the true definition of unstoppable. So remember, our impact is in how we react, and let's embrace the uncertainty.
Thank you very much, Kendra, for attending our banquet and sharing your inspiring words. To show you our appreciation on behalf of the Lancaster FFA, here are a few gifts. I now invite Dustin, Carolyn, and Shelby to the podium to present the Proficiency Awards. When we call your name, please come forward to the left to receive your award. Please hold your applause until the end. Owen Yos. Shelby Noble. Gavin Shiljan. Haley Abbing. Jamin Krapp. Caitlin Rice. Joe Esser. Cam Scholl. Riley Bass. Alex Lenz. Marianne Vondra Pokinghorn. Kylie Kelly. Carolyn Raker. Courage is what it takes to stand up and speak, and to sit down and listen, so said by Winston Churchill. Public speaking skills are used in the FFA leadership development events. This year, Cassville High School hosted the District 11 FFA speaking contest. 5 members from Lancaster competed at this event. The members that participated were Jeremiah Ime, who competed in prepared speaking, Carolyn Raker and Owen Yost, who participated in extemporaneous speaking. Jamin Krapp did creed speaking. Jeremiah placed first and Owen placed second. They will move on in their divisions to the sectional competition at River Ridge High School on May 12th. I now invite FFA advisors Mr. Wright and Mrs. Schaefer to present the top sales awards, as well as the FFA alumni scholarships.
The success of the annual fruit sale fundraiser and strawberry sale is credited to the efforts of all FFA members, from collecting the orders, unloading the truck, to sorting out and delivering. Our members have stepped up to help our chapter. Today, we are recognizing those members that went above and beyond by selling over $500 of fruit, and those members who sold over $200 of strawberries to help make our fundraisers and our service project huge successes. The members selling over $500 of fruit are Alex Wolf, Paige Oyen, Cody Cummins, Alyssa Barr, Jamin Krapp, Matt Vesperman, Carolyn Raker, Michael Ine, Adam Hale, Riley Bass, Brent Wagner, Kelly Freimiller, Alex Irish, Skylar Burkholder. The members selling over $200 of strawberries are Kaylee Chandler, Skylar Burkholder, Matt Vesterman, Owen Yost, Macy Bender, Dominic Dressler, RJ Hutchcroft, Brent Wagner, Brenda Ragetz, Cody Cummins, Tom Bennett, and Alex Irish. The top sales award is given to the individual with the highest gross sale for the annual fruit, nut, and meat fundraiser. This year's top salesman award for fruit is presented to Skylar Burkholder. Thank you for all of your efforts. The FFA alumni is an integral part of the Lancaster FFA chapter. With their support, FFA members are able to partake in many different activities at the state and national levels. Our alumni members look forward to interacting with the younger members throughout the year at many of our chapter activities. The FFA Alumni Scholarship is given to deserving individuals who have participated in various FFA and FFA alumni events. They have an SAE project and have been enrolled in agriculture classes. The recipients of the FFA Alumni Scholarship are Kaden Vossen, Caitlin Hahn, and Dustin Tiedrick. Come on forward, please. Thank you to the Lancaster FFA alumni. Many years ago, Pop Orline was an agriculture education instructor here at Lancaster High School for many, many years. We even have a nice painted picture of him back in the storeroom. After his passing, Pop's family established a memorial scholarship in his name to be given to a special senior FFA member who has taken agriculture courses for 4 years. They have been an active FFA member, a role model for younger students, and they are actively involved in their SAE projects. The 2021 Pop Orline Scholarship recipient is Owen Yost. Congratulations.
Thank you, Mrs. Schaefer. Would you please come forward to present the Ruth Kanoki Memorial Scholarship?
The Ruth Kanoki Memorial Scholarship is given in memory of Ruth Kanoki. Mr. Dave Kanoki usually gives this particular scholarship in memory of his beloved wife, and he and his children, they review the applications, and their family graciously offers a $200 scholarship. It's payable after the completion of the first semester, and Mr. Kanoki will be getting involved with you. The recipient of the Ruth Kanoki Memorial Scholarship for the year 2021 is Matt Vesterman. Congratulations.
Could a representative from the Schwannis family please come forward to present the Alan Schwannis Memorial Scholarship?
We started this scholarship years ago after the passing of our father. He was a great man who not only loved his farming, but also his faith and his family. Every year I do this, I gotta have a little just heart. So today we are honoring him with the Alan Schwannis Memorial Scholarship. And this recipient of this one is going to go to Owen Yost. Congratulate you, Owen, and wish you the best of luck following your agricultural education in college.
Thank you for your continued support of our graduating seniors who plan to advance their education. I now invite Mrs. Schaefer to the podium.
The group of FFA members that I am about to introduce you is a group of unique individuals. Every day, it's always a new day of variety in the classroom, and they really know how to liven it up. In addition to being friendly and outgoing, they're always willing to learn new skills. Just a couple weeks ago, we learned about milk quality and products, and they weren't afraid to try different types of cheese and learn milk off flavors. And they also figured out how to do a California mastitis test. We're working on judging soils. We've also done a dairy cattle evaluation along with sheep and goats and beef cattle and hogs. They've been some of our big sellers of our fruit, and they waited very patiently for their new blue quarter-eyed FFA jackets to arrive. I hope that this talented group will continue to be active in the FFA years to come. The FFA members that are receiving their Green Hand degrees this year include Riley Bass, Avocet Bedward, Kaylee Chandler, Jamin Pratt, Joe Esser, Shelby Noble, James Merman, Gavin Chilgen, and Caitlin Vandenack. Congratulations, team. So hold on. Just want to let you know that the pin that you're receiving today with your certificate is made of bronze. Because of hardness and endurance, bronze has been used for ages for those who sought a better substitute for crude stone instruments. May those qualities, hardness, and endurance carry you far in our organization. From this particular group, every year we try to pick out a Star Green Hand. The Star Green Hand Award given by our chapter is a prestigious award. It's presented every year to the chapter's most active first-year member, who has plans for a strong, supervised agriculture experience program and has demonstrated leadership within the FFA. The recipient of the Star Green Hand Award is Jamin Krupp.
The next award that we'll be handing out will be the chapter awards. The chapter award is the highest award you can receive at the chapter level when working your way through the chapter degrees. Next comes state and then American degree if you so choose to go for those awards. This group of individuals this year, they're kind of the heart and soul of our organization each year. If you were an ag class around the time I was, you remember Ag 1, 2, 3, and 4. Anybody remember those classes? Yeah. Well, these were the Ag 2 group kids. But anymore, when we got different classes and different semesters, it's a little harder to keep track of who's actually going for their chapter degrees, because you could get this as a sophomore, junior, or senior, depending on your SAE area and the number of ag classes that you've taken. So. And then, of course, this year is the added challenge of not having last year's chapter recipients either, so we're kind of doing 2 years at a time here. So I will read off the names of the chapter recipients if they will come forward and get their certificates from Mr. Schaefer. Carolyn Riker. Hannah Ferry. Shelby Noble. Tom Bennett. Olivia Landon. And Michael Ein. The pin that they will be receiving is made out of silver. They will be getting those probably at a later date. We've had some challenges getting some of our stuff for banquet from the National FFA, so they'll be getting some pins to go with this as well, so they can wear those on their jackets. We also hand out a Star Chapter Award winner each year. Now, like I said, this is a little different because you have a group of young people here that have earned their chapter degree over the last 2 years, but you can also win your Chapter Star award after you received your chapter degree, so you could receive that as a junior or senior. It'll make more sense in just a minute. Our chapter star farmer this year is awarded to Owen Yos. Owen received his chapter farmer degree 2 years ago as a sophomore. Thank you very much. Mrs. Schaefer, are we switching spots for the DeKalb Award? What's that? Should we just do it this way? Okay. The DeKalb Award. This is an award that has been going on. I looked it up before the banquet. 74 years. The DeKalb Company, of course, they've changed names a few times in the 74 years of their history. But they do this. They make this available to basically every chapter in the United States, if they so choose to. And I know Lancaster has participated for many, many years. We have the plaques in the room to prove it. I don't know how far it goes back, but at least into the 50s, probably, maybe even longer. The DeKalb Agriculture Accomplishment Award is a highly respected award that is given to a person who exemplifies scholarship and commitment and a work ethic that helps our chapter succeed in what we want to do. This year's recipient of the DeKalb Agriculture Accomplishment Award is Karen Yankee. I now invite the FFA officer team to come forward. We're working on the honorary chapter FFA degrees. Will be next time.
The honorary chapter degree is given to a supportive friend of the Lancaster FFA and the Agriculture Education Department. The Lancaster FFA officer team and FFA advisors choose qualified individuals of families every year that go above and beyond to support the chapter. Their names will be engraved and proudly displayed on a plaque in Lancaster High School. They will receive a plaque to commemorate their commitment to the Lancaster FFA chapter. When your name is called, will you please come forward to receive your award?
The recipient of this honorary chapter award plays a very important role in our everyday lives. You will find him making jokes, influencing students in the shop and classroom, and working hard every day for vocational education. Help me congratulate Mr. Dwayne Leeser in receiving this award.
This individual that we are recognizing today plays a big role in my life. They help me with daily challenges in and out of school. He has beaten the path in my life to show me how to succeed. He has helped the chapter on numerous occasions, especially when we need him the most. Please join me as we recognize my dad, Mr. Dan Yost, as an honorary chapter award recipient. Dedicated, humorous, high achiever, go-getter, and friend describes the next person to come forward. This individual has been instrumental in the daily tasks and yearly activities of the Lancaster FFA chapter. He has been actively involved with Lancaster FFA soil judging, farm business management CDE, and World Dairy Expo. He has not only competed at those events, he has also qualified for national soil judging, qualified for state and farm business management, and qualified for World Dairy Expo 3 years in a row. He has dedicated himself to the agriculture by participating in FFA. I'm proud to introduce to you the 2020-2021 Lancaster FFA Chapter President, Kieran Yonke, as he presents his retiring address.
I would like to start by thanking all of you out there for coming. This is our first in-person meeting in a long time, and I'm glad to see that you still know we exist. I remember looking forward to our banquet last year, which got thrown off course by COVID. We made it work virtually, but it just wasn't quite the same, which is why I'm glad we were able to be here today, even without our lunch. I think it's safe to say that this past year has been disappointing to many. We were unable to host in-person meetings or have our normal activities that go with them. But at least this gives something to look forward to for future FFA members. I like to relate this to farming. Back in 2012, I was only 10 years old, but I remember how dry it was. It rained so little that we had to hay during grazing season just so the pastures could keep up. I also remember these past few years when we would get so much rain that the ground felt like a wet sponge, and you could almost find standing water on a hillside. And you drive over the hill to see entire hayfields underwater. As disheartening as these times were, we pushed through and made it work. That is how I view COVID. It's another one of those events that us as individuals have little control over. So we have to make do and get by with what we can, whether that be by recording our banquet like we did last year, or coming up with ideas of how to enable FFA members, both in person and virtual, to participate in all of our activities. I know me, as well as many of my peers, were looking forward to participating in contests such as soil judging and career development events, especially those who qualified for national soil judging. We qualified 2 years ago and it was canceled, so the seniors on that team couldn't go. The same thing happened this year, which is a bummer, but once again, it's something for our younger members to look forward to. As much of a letdown as this past year has been, it makes me glad that I was involved in FFA all through high school, because I still got to participate in many things when I was younger. That is why I encourage the younger students to get involved now, because you never know when things will get thrown off course. This year has been real life proof that you'll never know that. I'd like to thank my fellow officers for stepping up to take care of business that us virtual students couldn't do in person. I'll certainly remember being the president of FFA this year, which seems to be said about most things during COVID. I'd like to end off by wishing the best of luck to future FFA members, especially next year's officer team, and I hope that things are much better this next year than they were this year. Thank you. At this time, I will invite Mr. Wright to the stand to recognize students in the OJT program.
The individuals that participated in OJT, if you'd come forward and grab your plaques and just stand in front of the stage at this point. I do want to recognize Hayden Wagner. He's not able to be here with us today. I think the rest of the OJT students are. For those of you that are familiar with the OJT program, it's been going on for many, many years here at Lancaster. Most years we've had our own program. This year, because of the challenges that we're all facing, we decided to kind of just recognize them here at the FFA banquet. Each of the young men that you see in front of you will tell you their name and where they work this year, and if you guys don't mind, maybe just tell them what your future plan is, if that's okay, or where you're going to go to school next year. I'll start with Hayden Wagner. He worked at Lancaster Machine and Tool. Each of them are holding a plaque that we're going to give to their employers. We've tried to make that tradition keep going as long as we could. Hayden plans on going to UW-Platteville in construction management next year. Alex, would you go next, please?
I'm Alex Wolf, and I work at Ritchie Implement Cobb, and I'm going to Southwest Tech for building trades.
I'm Brent Wagner. I worked at Ritchie Implement in Lancaster. I'm going to Southwest Tech for Ag Power and Equipment Technician.
I'm Brent Hoffman. I work at New Horizons, and I plan on going to Southwest Tech for welding.
Hi, my name's Owen Yos. I work for H&M Plumbing, Heating, and Electrical in Fenimore, and I plan on going to UW-Platteville to become an agricultural education teacher.
I also want to recognize Colton Klein, who wasn't able to be here today too. He works out at Pegacoff's Dairy Farm and is probably milking cows as we speak, I'm guessing. That's why he didn't know exactly what his schedule was. So because we had to change the time of the banquet, I think that played into that. So just wanted to mention, like we said, we usually have our own program and I get a chance to say these things at that, but I just wanted to mention that this group of individuals was a pleasure to work with this year. Minimal problems, even though we had challenges upon challenges when it came to schedules in school and other things. I think every business that these young men worked at had some type of a COVID issue at one point or another, and they handled it like troopers. It was never a problem. The communication with me and with the school was outstanding, and I want you to give them a big round of applause as well as I do. Thank you, guys. Mrs. Schaefer, can I do the special awards first, and then you go last? Thank you. Usually ladies first, but Mrs. Schaefer has some special awards and individuals that she's going to recognize here. I do want to, and it's been mentioned a couple of times, those in the room that now 2 years in a row had qualified to go to the National Soils Contest. Those that know me, I live for that contest. It's disappointing. We found out a couple of weeks ago that the national contest will not be happening again this year. So that makes 2 years in a row. That being said, I'm more determined than ever. The FFA members that are in the room that are not seniors, we're going hard at it again come August. So if you are interested at all, I think it would be fantastic if we could qualify again and go next May when all this is over. A couple things that I would just like to say personally. It's been a tough couple of months. Those of you that know my family. And I haven't been around a lot in this banquet, and a lot of things fell on Mrs. Schaefer's shoulders because of that. So I just want to thank her publicly for all she's been able to do. And the fact that I haven't been there, and even when I have been, my mind hasn't always been on banquets and FFAs. I also want to say that to the FFA kids too. It's been an honor to be your FFA advisor, and it always is. And I know it's been a tough couple of months on my end, but I'll be here for you when you need me. We'll get through it together. Mrs. Schaefer.
I said I wasn't gonna cry. All right. We have a couple of special awards that I want to make mention. And thanks to Mr. Callahan today. Give him a round of applause. We are live streaming on YouTube right now, so we can check this one off on the bucket list for Mr. Wright. So give it up, Mr. Wright. So I know that if Jeremiah, if you're out there, if you're watching, we are so proud of you. A couple of times in the last couple of months, you've reached out, and as usual, you've come through. And I know that We are anxiously awaiting notification from National FFA organization about your application. Jeremiah submitted his application for the American FFA degree. It's a huge, huge honor. You get to be recognized at National FFA Convention, and you get your American key. It's just one of those distinguishments that just really sets you apart. And I think that it's less than 1% of the national FFA organization membership gets their American degree every year. So congratulations to Jeremiah for putting forth the effort to put the application together. The other thing that Jeremiah set forth in doing this year is he didn't fill out just one, but he filled out 2 state proficiency award applications, and reviewing them and getting them sent out in the mail at 4:30 on that deadline day was one of the other things that I checked off that list, like, hallelujah. And I know Deb is shaking her head right now because that's how Jeremiah operates. And I sent him a message and I'm like, I'm so good. I love you so much. But Jeremiah, he filled out his application. He received, and he wanted me to, I said, you can wait till banquet. He's like, no, I can't. I'm like, yes, you will. So we received notification from Wisconsin State FFA Association. So for the diversified livestock in the combined area and for dairy production placement, Jeremiah received 2 silver ratings. So congratulations, Jeremiah. I have another special award that I want to give out to this particular person, because not only is it something to put yourself in the classroom of your peers to give a speech and then answer questions, but this particular person stepped up and said, yeah, I'll do it. I'm like, well, at first he was like, I don't know. And then I kind of did some intervention. He's like, maybe. And then I went to his mom and I said, can you talk to him? And so, Jamin, can you come up front, please? Yeah. So Jamin put himself out there and he recited the 5 paragraphs of the FFA Creed. He answered his questions, and one of the comments that really stuck out. And this is, when we were practicing this, I'm like, Jamin, you got the questions nailed. And that's one of the comments from the judges. He said that he had some of the best comments of anybody there. So Jamin, in recognition of putting yourself out there, getting out of your boundary and getting out of your comfort zone, I want to give you your Creed speaking pin to put onto your jacket. And then this particular t-shirt that says, I believe in the future of agriculture, because as you know, that's what you say in the Creed, and you totally demonstrate that. So congratulations. All right, the next part is kind of like our Oscar speech, kind of trying to get it across in 2 minutes or less. We just want to make sure that we thank our families and our friends that have been with us, trying to help us navigate being cooperative and understanding and willing to reach out whenever we need help, kind of, when they see us drowning. A huge thank you to my mom and dad, Paul and Dorothy, and my in-laws, Danny and Bernie Schaefer. Obviously in the last year, we haven't done much traveling, but there's been times when I've had to come into school or spend time after school doing all those fun things. I'm just really excited and thankful that they're able to be there. To the Lancaster FFA alumni, I know you have our backs, and I'm so thankful for the support that you have for our students and our members. To the parents of our FFA members and the grandparents and the aunts and the uncles and the siblings, thank you. Thank you for being there. To the teaching, the support, and the custodial staff and the administration at Lancaster High School, we are so grateful and so thankful that we're able to be here today. We'll be able to work with our students and help our members to succeed in every way, shape, and possible. Up next, we have the retiring FFA officer team presentation. You ready, Mr. Wright?
I'm ready.
Like Kieran mentioned, COVID threw quite the wrench in our plans this year, but we made do. And so as we present the retiring officers with their plaques, hopefully this reminder will be of how we persevered. Serving as your chapter president for 2020 and 2021, Chapter President Kieran Yankee. Serving as your Chapter Vice President, Owen Yost. Serving as your Secretary, Dustin Tiedrick. Serving as your Treasurer, Carolyn Raker. Serving as your Sentinel, Caitlin Hall. Serving as your Historian, Shelby Noble. Serving as a reporter, Hannah Ferry. Alyssa Barr was also very instrumental in being part of our chapter officer team, and she served on as our student advisor. Unfortunately, she was not able to make it today. But Alyssa, if you're watching, we appreciate all your help and all of your support this past year. And hopefully we'll see you tomorrow or sometime this week and we'll get your plaque. Thank you, everybody.
Before we announce the new officer team, the retiring officers would like to take a moment to recognize some very special people in our lives and tell them thank you. When your name is called, please come forward to receive a token of appreciation from your child. Daniel and Carrie Yost. Beth and Chris Hahn. John and Lori Tidrick. Ben and Sarah Raker. David and Kathy Ferry.
Amy Noble and Ryan Wood. Kevin and Mary Yankee. We appreciate our parents for all the hard work they do behind the scenes. You have made contributions to our success as an FFA member. You have provided your support to help the FFA chapter time and time again. To our parents, thank you all for what you do.
We will now announce the new officer team for the 2021-2022 school year. When your name is announced, please walk to the front of the stage. Madison Clower, Olivia Landon,
Jamin Kraft, Shelby Noble,
Carolyn Raker and Shelby Noble. Riley Bass.
Tom Bennett.
We will now draw some names for our door prizes. Paige Joel. Kitty Mum. Kyle Landon. Matt Vesperman. Anna Drinkwater. Audrey Yost. Mike Ein. Alan Landon. John Ein. Todd Wolf. Deb Ein. Brent Wagner. Sherry Wolf. Carrie Yost. Hayden Vossen. Dan Yost. Bob Mum. Dolores Schwantes. Sarah Landon. Sarah Raker. Steve Yost. Carol Yost. Carol Ann Cruz. Amy Noble. Jill Drinkwater. Henry Drinkwater. Matt V. Carrie Yost. Anna Drinkwater. And Alan Landon.
Before closing ceremony, we'd like to take this time to recognize our FFA advisors and how much we appreciate everything they do for the chapter by presenting them with gifts.
Mr. Secretary, do we have any record of further business which should now be transacted?
Just a few announcements. Congratulations to all of our FFA members for all of their achievements. If you are interested in attending the State FFA Convention at the Alliant Energy Center in Madison during the week of July 5th, please sign up on the sheet after the completion of the banquet.
Does any member know of any new or unfinished business which should properly come before this meeting? We are about to adjourn this banquet of the Lancaster FFA chapter. As we mingle with others, let us be diligent in labor, just in our dealings, courteous to others, and above all, honest and fair in the game of life. Fellow members and guests, please join me in a salute to the flag. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. I now declare this banquet adjourned.